Dan Illman, Mike Beer, race number 9 at Kentucky Downs on Sunday is the Dueling Grounds Oaks. Let's take a peek at the field. $500,000 race for 3-year-old fillies going 1 mile and 5/16 on the turf. Adventuring the number 6 is your 3-1 morning line favorite. A Godolphin homebred trained by Brad Cox, ridden by Joel Rosario. Coming off a stakes placing, this stakes winner on synthetic probably deserves to be the favorite.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's kind of a wide open race. I don't know that I would argue with a couple of different horses being the shortest price on the line in here, Dan. I mean, at the end of the day, this filly, she's fine, and she seems like she handles all 3 surfaces, but she's a maiden on the grass.
I think a really key handicapping aspect of this race is coming up. We'll throw up the Timeform US pace projector, and we see Adventuring on the lead. Now, Adventuring does have some tactical speed. She is far from a blazer. I think there's a very good chance this pace is not fast at all.
I agree with you. I don't know who's going to be on the early lead in here. Maybe it'll be Adventuring. Based on her dirt races anyway, she probably is the speed in here, but that hasn't been the case in her 2 races on the grass.
I think the daughter of Tappet, the number 1 Serene, another Godolphin-owned filly, this one trained by Owen Hardy, can get close to the pace. She was a runaway winner off of a long layoff against a group of maidens in an off-turf polytrack race at Arlington, and then she ran okay last time out, moving back to turf over a testing yielding course.
That's what I thought. I thought she ran okay last time, but it wasn't anything that got me that excited when she won 2 back by that big margin. Just really never faced a fight in there. So had a good trip, came forward in the stretch. The horse that was on the lead did not fight her forward at all, just sort of let her take over, and the race was over at that point. I don't know how good this horse is, Dan, and it feels like she's taken a pretty big step up in class here.
There's some class questions and distance questions for the 2. Viburnum, lonely lifetime win, came for a $40,000 tag in her career debut. She's on a 9-race losing streak, but she ran well last time out at Delaware against allowance horses. Here she is in behind horses, and she's going to have to alter course all the way to the outside at a pretty key juncture of this race. She will recover, make a good strong run to finish second, and the winner came back to run second in a 2X with an 80 buyer.
Yeah, this effort's okay. She goes to a wrong lead there at the end. She can't quite get up. I thought she ran fine in here. I guess she'll try to put that stamina to test here because it feels like she does stay.
In the winner's circle is a daughter of Medaglia d'Oro, stakes winner down in South Florida as a 2-year-old. This will be her 3rd start of the year for Mark Cassey and Live Oak Plantation. Here's her most recent start at Woodbine. She ran pretty well in this race. She swings widest into the stretch, and she just stays on. And she's able to run down the favorite Speightstown Shirl, who was able to save a lot more ground than in the winner's circle. I think this filly's going to appreciate the additional distance. She's certainly bred for it.
Yeah, I agree with that. She's another one who stays pretty well in this race. Always down the outside in the clear here, but she's going to get up. I think the only real problem I had with her, Dan, and this is a filly who's, when she won that turf debut at the end of last year, I really liked that performance from her. I thought she ran well that day. I don't like the horse that she beat last time. I know that Speightstown Shirl was the favorite in there. I don't like that horse, so I'm not sure how good that race really was.
The 4 Line Dancing just ran 5 days ago at Colonial in the Virginia Oaks. We'll see if she runs back here. She's run some solid races, but she's the kind of filly that you think might need a little bit of pace up front.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if she runs back, Dan. I'll be honest with you. I've been a fan of hers, and I'm starting to get a little tired of seeing her name in the PPs because I always want to bet her. I still think there's a chance she turns out to be pretty good, but I've already lost enough money on her.
The maiden All in a Dream is up next. She's also cross-entered at Kentucky Downs on Monday. Second last time out in an Arlington maiden. She ran okay. She kind of made a mid-move into a really slow pace and tired, but she'll have to do better against these horses.
Yeah, just a way tougher spot here. She did run okay last time, but she's a maiden with only 2 starts behind her here. It just feels like if they do run her here, it's going to be pretty hard for her to win.
Here's Adventuring's last effort. This is your morning line favorite. She runs 3rd in the Dueling Grounds Oaks, and I thought this was a fine performance. We see her in between. She's going to finish up and run a good 3rd. She's kind of in a little tight in between horses at the end of this race, and the winner's a nice horse. Flippant would come back to win her 3rd straight when grabbing the Virginia Oaks with an 86 buyer.
Yeah, Flippant is okay. I thought she ran fine in here, Dan. I don't know. I thought her trip was good. I thought she had her shot at it. She just wasn't quite good enough. I can't say that I love either of her turf races. Her form on the other surfaces is fine. If she's going to be a short price in this race, I'm definitely going to look for somebody else to bet. I'm just not sure she's that good on turf.
Finishing fourth in the race we just showed you was Olivia of the Desert, who's 0 for 3 lifetime on turf. She's a very solid horse. She's a stakes winner on the main track. Did you see an excuse for that race, though? I thought the pace was there for her, and she kind of just finished up with an even effort.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it too. I just don't feel like she's quite as good on this surface as she is on the on dirt, especially. So we'll see. McPeak's going to keep the faith though, and try to stretch her out here. Maybe that'll work.
Core Values has won 3 in a row. She's really improved since Vicky Oliver switched her back to the turf. Here's her win against the boys in the Dueling Grounds Derby preview at Ellis Park. I really like this ride from Bejarano. Rides the cover of the runner-up till inside the 3/16, gets to the outside, and Core Values does the rest. A very game effort to run down this horse.
I thought she ran really well in this race. They just sat last all the way around the track. It's not like they were blazing in front of her, Dan. They raced in a sort of a tight pack all the way around. She got to the outside, and she closed it down. Another step in the right direction for her. I think each of her last 3 starts, I think they're all good, and I doubt the distance gets her beat here.
Earth Strike completes the field, 4th last time out in a 1 other than at Saratoga. She's been stuck at that level now ever since she's shipped here from Europe. She's a 1-run closer, and I just don't think this race sets up from her from a pace standpoint. I think there's something here, but for me also, time's kind of running out. I'm starting to get a little tired of her.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I do think that she's an okay horse, and if she can catch the right kind of a trip, and maybe she won't get it here, but if she can catch the right kind of pace and trip, I think she could be pretty dangerous in this race. They didn't exactly walk last time at Saratoga, Dan, but man, did Rosario rate the break on her and take her all the way back. I mean, I just felt like she was way too far away last time.
Top pick time for the Dueling Grounds Oaks. $500,000 race in Kentucky on Sunday. You're going with Core Values to make it 4 in a row, and why not? She's really kicked hard in her last 3 races. She is very, very solid. 4-1 on the morning line. I wouldn't argue with that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't either. I feel like that's a very fair price on her. Again, I like each of her last 3 starts, and I don't have any problem with her taking on a little more ground.
Love the way in the winner's circle stayed on last time out at Woodbine, going 1 mile and a 16th. I think this additional yardage is not going to hurt her. And in the winner's circle, 9-2 on the morning line for the Medaglia d'Oro filly, 3rd start of the break. 39.64 for me, 89.64 for Mike. It's the Dueling Grounds Oaks. Nice card at Kentucky Downs on Sunday. Good luck.